Oh, hello everyone. I hope everyone is having a good... Well, I hope everyone had a good weekend. Hope everyone's having a good Monday. Hope everyone is doing well. It is too hot. I am currently melting, but we soldier on. I think I'm only going to be able to get 100 resets done today. Which sucks, but I'm melting. And it is the worst time of year because it sucks. It sucks and it's horrible. Yeah, I've also changed how that notifies. I might have to tweak it again. I've done it now, so it's just Nightbot does it automatically, because I thought that's just going to be easier. I've got it doing it every 45 minutes. However, that kind of only really works if the stream is kind of up for 45 minutes, but it doesn't do it like at the start of the stream. So I'm half like, do I leave it pinned? I don't want it to be like too spammy. So I'm like, do I just leave it pinned and then just have that running every 45 minutes, or do I just have it running every 45 minutes? I actually do have it here. So I think we'll run it as an experiment today. I will do that. Oh, I deleted it, didn't I? Damn it. Too quick for my own good. 10. Again, because YouTube has changed how the pinning works now, I think it's probably going to be easier just to have it both going. But we'll see. Also, there is potentially a wave of new wave of possible content coming for the channel, which is gonna seem a little bit left field. So I will apologize for that. And we'll see how that goes. No, Ollie, bug hunting is Fridays. Each day is its own different thing. So I don't get absolutely bored out of my mind doing the same hunt until I get the bug. Or until I do a specific hunt. Because again, I also was kind of getting sick of looking back through the VODs and having it be like back when I was doing Rowlet 24/7, I was kind of, it was like 12 streams of just back-to-back Rowlet, and I was like, man, like that must be incredibly annoying. So I've changed it. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday are its own specific hunt. That way I don't get too bored of one hunt, and it then saves me the trouble of like burning out on a specific hunt. Which reminds me, the Rowlet stream for Maze Likes will be going up, will be on the 6th. I think it's the 6th. Yeah, the 6th of July. So the way I'm going to do it, the way I've done it is, the month will end, and then the stream will be the first Saturday after the end of the month for my punishment stream. That's twofold. One, to give people who want to cause me more pain to go back and like older streams. June? Yeah, I know what I meant. June. I mean, it won't be on the 6th of July. It will be on the 4th of July. Yeah, 4th of July will be the one after. But yeah, so I think at the moment we're doing one-to-one. And I think I might be close to 50 likes. We'll see. We'll see. Oh no, I think it's probably over now. Will I ever do Legends Arceus shiny hunting? I've done Legends Arceus shiny hunting. I'm probably not going to go back and do more Legends Arceus shiny hunting. I think I'm happy with how I've finished shiny hunting on that game. I might go back and try and finish my shiny only gameplay, but that's kind of a long-term thing as I'm like in the last stretch of that. And well, no, actually I might not be able to do that soon. I might have to start a whole new one. The only problem is that I have it on my brother's Switch, but he's moving out and he's probably going to be taking his Switch with him. So I probably can't continue that playthrough. But I mean, I can just create another profile on the on my one and probably redo that at some point. No, it was physical. Yeah, it's a physical cartridge. It's on his profile is the problem. So yeah, I'll have to I'll just restart it if I want to ever finish it. But no, so in the next, I want to say in the next month, because I'll probably use my week off of work to try and just get a bunch of it done. I'll be trying. It will probably, I'm just trying to think. It will probably be weekly, just because I don't think, or like 2 times a week, just because I don't think I'm going to have a huge amount of the shorts to make. So it will probably be like a month, 2 months worth of stuff. But I want to give it a go. I want to see if I can make shorts again, and we're going to go through that. The streams will continue. They'll just be extra days, probably Tuesday and Thursdays, where I'll just release shorts. Because I kind of want to experiment a little bit. So that will be for maybe June into July, maybe into August. And then from that, there might be new stuff that spirals from that. But we'll see. We'll see. I want to kind of extend and kind of try and go into creating content other than streams. So this will very much be an experiment on that. And we'll see if I can do that. Again, a lot of my older shorts were so easy to go through. My profile picture is someone who is no longer accepting commissions. They stopped ages ago. I was really annoyed because I think I did it like 2-3 years ago. But I was actively looking to get more artwork done from them, and I think they stopped. To be honest, I can't remember the exact name of the artist now. It's been so long, but I came across them on Twitter, and it was like they were doing these really, really cool just like standard drawings. I was just like, man, that's sick. And then I was like, I'm gonna commission them, and then I did, and then I believe they stopped doing stuff, and then I cried because I was sad. Oh, and they might have completely. I know. Yeah, no, they're not accepting any more requests. And they haven't for a very long time. Still active on Twitter, but no longer accepting commissions. Like, I was the only commission that they accepted, as far as I'm aware, and then they stopped. And I was like, oh, great. So, yeah. They no longer do it. But I have been thinking of getting a new one done. I just don't know kind of what I'm after. Again, same with, I keep thinking, man, maybe it's time to overhaul a bunch of stuff. Like, I love the emotes, but I'm like, maybe it's time to look at overhauling them. The only problem is, I think if I edit any of them, like if I remove any of them, I won't be able to put them back on, and then I've got to try and find the file again once the memberships go back above a certain level, and then put them back in. It's really annoying. Really finicky. But no, I'm still patiently waiting to get the dual stream feature from YouTube. I'm going to keep mentioning it every single stream until YouTube goes, well, we'll give it to him. I want it. I think it's really cool. I'm really annoyed that I haven't had access to it yet. But I understand that it's most likely a slow rollout. As always with new YouTube features. But it's been like 2 weeks since they announced it, and I want it. And I'm annoyed that they're making me wait for it. Because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to go and check it on a different account, and it's going to be there, and I'm going to cry. I'm going to be like, no, I want it on my other account. Don't give it to me on this account. And then, yeah, I'm just going to cry. Okay, getting a lot of females today. Is today the day we get a shiny? The number of females today seems proportionally higher than normal. God, if my luck is just heat wave based, I think I'm going to cry. If it's literally just, hey, heat wave, hey, well, I don't think it's classified as a heat wave yet, because a heat wave has to last a certain number of days before it counts as a heat wave. I don't think I'm at that. I don't think we're at that threshold yet. I think it's 3, or is it 5? It's 3 or 5 days. It counts as a what one? Also, Elo, it is possible. Anything is possible. You just gotta believe. I am not some hater. Possible. Why can't you? Is 3? I'm gonna say, I knew it was a certain number. So what were we? Yesterday. No. Is it Saturday as well? Saturday, Sunday, Monday? I think tomorrow. Yeah, it's going into tomorrow as well. Oh, great. This is the problem. I cannot function in this heat. I haven't even been outside today, and I can't function in this heat. Our homes are built for keeping heat in, not getting heat out. Although that being said, I saw something, and I'm going to try it tonight because it's actually frozen now, and I think it's such a smart idea, and I can't wait for it. And it's essentially a frozen hot water bottle. Like, you fill it with a bit of water, you freeze it, and then you sleep with it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it in a blanket in the hopes that the condensation doesn't like completely soak me. And hopefully that'll be good. My headphones keep dying more and more quicker. I swear. Also, welcome in, Cloud. I hope you're doing well. Hope your weekend was good. But no, I think that's what I'm going to do. What's the point in freezing it? It's cold water. So a hot water bottle, when you have it, you put boiling water in it and it's supposed to warm you up. The thought process is it's the reverse with the cold water. It lowers your core temperature, making it easier to go to sleep. I think that's the thought process behind it. The only problem is I saw something that said it might cause damage to the seal on the O-ring. But yeah, so that's what I'm trying this evening. I'm going to see if it works. I'm hopeful it works, because then that way I feel like I'm more ready to tackle the summer. Especially since we've got the personal AC units. I just don't like using the personal AC units. They're too loud. And unfortunately, in my room, I've got my computer, I've got everything. My PC puts out a lot of heat. It just kind of like seems counterintuitive to have it in my room while I'm like streaming in that, because my PC's working and it pushes out more heat. So it's like a bad idea to do it. Yeah, see, I last night, for the first night so far this year, probably going to be more nights this year, I've slept with just like a top blanket. Like I lie, in the summer, what I do is I lay on top of my regular duvet and just lay with just like a blanket over me. Because I cannot handle the heat. What I'm hoping is that with the hot water bottle, or the cold water bottle, that basically sleeping with a popsicle, that it will help keep me cooler. Oh no, don't worry, Arlie. I'm with you there. I have a fan on right now. It's an old fan. It's a really not super powerful fan. But I like it because it just keeps like... I did buy a new fan a year or two ago. But the problem with it was I was like, I'm going to buy a fan. I bought one. It's so bloody loud. I'm like, I don't want a fan that's really loud because it makes it really difficult to sleep. I didn't buy one with a timer, so it was just a manual fan. And it was just like not nice. I'm really lucky in that I work in an AC controlled building for now. And I'm going to stick the AC on as soon as I get in the morning, if it's not already on by the time I get in. To be fair, I was half expecting my boss to text me today being like, are you not coming into work today? Because I half thought he forgot it was a bank holiday. He did last bank holiday. He forgot that it was a bank holiday. He remembered before I left, or just as I was leaving work, but still. So no, so I'm lucky in that I'm in an AC building. I don't have to worry about it. And yeah, that's it. I'm in an AC controlled building. My work area doesn't get that hot. My work area has no windows directly to the outside, and it's like inside the building. And I've got a big like garage style door nearby that just helps like keep airflow going through the building. So it is incredibly nice to just get some cool air that blows through. Yeah. It'll be nice. It'll be nice. But no, in regards to the Nightbot automatic timer messages, I didn't want it to be too frequent because obviously there are times when chat does go quiet and I'm like, I don't know why. Part of me is just like, I feel like it looks bad if there's 2 Nightbot messages back to back being like, hey, like the stream. So it was like, I need to give them a bit of space, but I also don't want it to be like every half an hour or every like 10 minutes. Like chat just isn't that active to have it blasting every 10 minutes. Maybe once I get this dual streaming and if Shorts does as well as I'm hoping Shorts does, but I think it's highly unlikely. But I'm gonna keep begging on for that fact. I was gonna say I'll use the fact that that YouTube is, I'm sure YouTube is using the stream data to pump into Gemini. I don't think they are, because I have disabled that kind of stuff from the from my stuff. So I'm like, yeah, don't use any of my videos for generative AI. Oh, I've never seen that before. YouTube known issues. Fixed views dropping on YouTube Studio Analytics. That's interesting. Where are my likes gone on YouTube Studio? That's what I want to know. Co-viewing. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Ugh, brand deals. Nope, don't like that. Have you ever seen Bald Spinder? I cannot say I have, Ollie. I cannot say I have. Yeah, see, I want to be able to change... I want to be able to change the thing so I can view likes. It's just dumb that I can't do it. It's dumb. I mean, we haven't yet... To be fair, this is the first month of trial. We haven't yet beat the 10 goal like... The 10 like goal that I originally was expecting to get on... Well, that's kind of the peak of where I was expecting to get per stream. We haven't hit that yet. Friday we came close with 7, but we've not had anyone that has gone into double digits on a video yet. Ooh, that is an interesting glitch. Is it on Fire Red Leaf Green, or is it on the older games? Type live. Let's do a calculation and see where we're at for the total of this month, shall we? Okay. So far, without counting this stream, because it's still ongoing, we're at 37 resets for the month, which isn't a lot. That's just over an hour of a stream. So we've got this week left, and that's it. And then it will roll over to next month. So, I mean, 4 today takes us to 41. 444. Yeah, we're on track to hit 50. Which is about 2 hours worth of a stream. It's about 25 resets an hour. So yeah, we're kind of at an hour and a half now. By the end of the week, I'm predicting we'll be at 2 hours for the stream. And then, yeah, we'll see going into next month. For the first month running it, I think it's been fine. I'm fine with a 2 hour stream of suffering with Rowlet. To be fair, I was kind of predicting it was going to be as much as 6 hours, so I'm actually quite happy that it's that low. Ruby Sapphire, I mean, it's not bad. It is interesting. I need to do a blood sacrifice. I need to do something for Rowlet. $10,000 resets and counting, which reminds me, actually, I need to make the thumbnail for that stream. I have not done it yet. That's fine, Cloud. But yeah, so today, tomorrow, not streaming. Wednesday, Palkia, but Palkia is now over odds. And we're at that for Palkia, and then Weedle we're still under odds. So yeah, Tepig we're under odds. Weedle we're under odds. However, ooh, I could potentially, because I'm off. Oh no, wait. I was gonna say, because I'm off. Not this week. Not the week coming, but the week after. I'm off the 8th to the 12th. I was thinking I could stream longer. I mean, I can. Oh, wait. It depends how hot it is. Actually, no, that could work in my favor. It depends how hot it is, because if it's like this hot, the dog can't go out until the evening anyway. So he'll be fine until kind of like 5:30, 6, maybe even 7 o'clock before he gets taken out. It will go out in the morning early, and then and then later in the evening, and then that gives me, because I was thinking, oh, I can't stream too early because I'll have to go at 2. But if I don't have to go at 2, I can stream like 2 until 5, or earlier. I'll do some thinking. Yeah, this going into next month could be could very much be a very different week. Oh, the dog do a reset? Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not trusting him anywhere near my hardware. He will break my stuff. Yeah, if I could trust that he wouldn't break my hardware, I would consider it. But he'll break my hardware. He's not a light little doggy. Oh man, I'm yawning already. That's the other thing I've discovered is that what I've been doing is I've been like waking up naturally quite early, but I've been like trying to force myself to go back to sleep, and then I wake up and I feel even worse. I think I just need to, like, when I wake up, naturally just wake up. Be like, yeah, this is the time that I am up now, and just live with the consequences of that. To be fair, I mean, we should be alright. Oh, email? Oh. No, I'm going to listen to my body. My body wants me to wake up at 5:40 in the morning. I'm going to wake up at 5:40 in the morning. Rather than trying to sleep until 6:30. Like, I'm saving myself 45 minutes? I don't think it's worth it. Not when after I go to sleep, I then wake up, I feel like shit. So 9, 6, 7. I get about 8. Yeah, I normally manage about 7 to 8, but I operate quite well on 6 to 5 sometimes. And in the summer, I always find I naturally wake up earlier in the summer. No, not cutting out sleep. Just when my body wakes me up, naturally just staying awake. Because again, I naturally kind of stir quite early in the summer. Like primarily, I did a few years of volunteering a while back. And what I did was in the summer, because I did it was like back like 2018 to maybe even 17. It was like 17 or 18 to like 2020, 2021. Yeah, I did see that, Ollie. I don't think that information is going to help me too much. But I've never had much luck on any of those numbers. Oh, 5 shinies in a row. Yeah, incredibly unlikely. It's probably about half that in the normal games. But no. So so back in that time, I was volunteering, what I was doing was I was cleaning out bird. I was just helping an animal sanctuary. So what I would do is I would basically get there as soon as they opened to do it, to then leave to go home. Like, my thought was, get it done and get it out of the way. Like, work through it and then do it and then go home. Like, that was my thought process. That's probably, Ollie, because you're on top chat, not live chat, and your messages aren't displaying in top chat. If I go to top chat, I probably... Oh, no, I see all your messages. I don't know. But no, YouTube is very finicky sometimes. Like, we have some people, primarily Cal, comes in, and for some reason, all of his messages are on live chat. They never show up in top chat. And it's I don't know if it's something that he did or, you know, YouTube just being weird, but YouTube is very, very, very strange sometimes with how it does stuff. But not, you know, it gives me all the correct stuff. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, 13 days ago. When is this feature coming out? Gimme. Oh, not giving me the information that I want. It's not giving me access to it. I can beg and plead, but it won't give me what it wants. But yeah. Oh, it's been a week. And unfortunately for me, next week, well, this coming week is due to be very, very busy, which is great. I love it. I love being busy. No, I hate it. Literally, I think the first thing I'm going to tell my boss on Monday, oh no, sorry, tomorrow when I get into the office is it's probably not gonna go out this week. The amount of work I've got to do, and if he's expecting me to do it all solo, I'm gonna be like, no, it's not happening. I'm still missing half the stuff. Like, he needs to order stuff, and I think I'm just gonna have to be like, look, I can't do it all alone. Oof. Yeah, I'm hoping that when I get into work tomorrow, there's no bombs that have gone off the last couple of days. After, like, it was a bit rough at the beginning of last week. And then going into this week, it was a little bit better by the end of the week. It was more kind of normal by the end of the week. What I'm hoping is nothing exploded over the weekend. I'm not in a big pile of poo-poo. And then starting the week, it should be okay. Right, so it should be, in the next, like, 5 minutes, there should be a Nightbot message that comes through. So we'll see if that works. Hello, Greg. How are you doing? Hope your weekend was good. I hope you're surviving in the heat. Hope you're managing it well. Hope you're not melting. I'm melting. I despise it. Heat and me don't get on. If I could live in a freezer full time, I would. Oh, that was another thing. I just before the stream, I watched the special delivery short episode that they did. It's so interesting that they decide to do stuff like that to expand the world. It's so cool that they're just like, yeah, Pokemon are just part of everyday life, and they're just doing really cool stuff. I mean, the Postal Dragonite kind of makes sense. I'm more talking about like they were using Litwicks to melt wax to do letters, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Stuff kind of like that. Oh god, I don't know if they unlisted it. Another female? Is that back-to-back females? Nice. It is. Let me get the name of it. It's like 13 minutes. It's not massively long. Dragonite and a special delivery full episode on the main Pokemon YouTube channel. It's not unlisted. It was uploaded 6 days ago. If you haven't seen it, I think it's well worth a watch. It's interesting. I just like that you know, they expand the universe this way. It's a bit different. I'd love to see this kind of stuff in the games, but you know, I get the scope of the games are very different. I'm kind of like, you know, looking at it, kind of the stuff that they expand within in lore world-wise, I always love. But I'm like, man, this would be such a cool thing to do, like a... Again, I'm going to keep harping back to it because I do think it's a really cool idea. Is like a Pokemon MMO, but with like side quests like this. So it's like, oh, hey, yeah, we use Pokemon to do this. Help us with this. And then you go in and it's like, you know, oh, look at this. It's all cool stuff, you know. This is how we use Pokemon in this industry. I just think it's pretty cool. But no, I think it's well worth a watch. It's 13 minutes. It's not that long. Pretty interesting. I think it also kind of like is insane, the feat of it. I don't want to spoil anything, but essentially I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know how feasible it would be. I don't know, like, I don't want to think about it in terms of like outside world. Like, this would be you know, X would have to be happening at, you know, X would have to be traveling X fast for Y to be happening. Like, you know. Yeah, so Sword and Shield kind of. But yeah, no, when you watch, if you watch the short, I think it's very clear that that's kind of what I would like to see. I would like to see world building like that. We kind of don't get that to a degree, but I'd like it like much bigger, you know, like, you know, the kind of the different iterations of using Pokemon. You know, you got the obvious, you got like Timber in construction, you know, you got the Timberland in construction. I also really like the cards that show Pokemon like doing stuff like that, like the Larian, the Matang from Chaos Rising, the Steelix where he's helping out in the construction yard. I like those cards. The Timber helping out. I really like those cards because it's like, yeah, it kind of breathes life into the game. The problem with the current game, hey, it does work. The problem that I have with like the current games and that is that we only ever really use Pokemon for battling and not other stuff. Legends Arceus kind of did that differently, where it's like, hey, can you get Pokemon to help me with, you know, the farm? And I was like, oh, that's cool. But that's like, that was the extent of it. You know, help them to live with them, help them to, you know, find me X Pokemon for something. But like, it wasn't like, yeah, we actually have a use for Pokemon outside of battling. You don't see it as much in the games. And it kind of upsets me. I can make that message a bit more normal. Oh, no, that is cool. No, I would like to see it kind of like a fleshed out side questy kind of, you know, you kind of go and do different stuff. Yeah, I know. That's why I set Nightbot up. I've got it. See, that's the thing, Greg. I was like, I'm going to set it up and then it will just do it. I've done it every 45 minutes. So this stream, there might be another one before the end of the stream. But like, I didn't want it to be like every... the other option, I was thinking every 60 minutes. But then I was like, well, no, I'll bring it down for days where, you know, like today, I'm only streaming about an hour and a half to do it. But yeah, I don't want it like as quick as 10 because it just seems like too quick, like way too quick. Hey Projects, welcome in. Hope your weekend was good. Hope your week's going well. Oh, but Greg, how are you finding the heat? Is it murdering you as much as it's murdering me? I think Elo's also melting, in all fairness. I think we're all kind of melting. I might actually, I've not done it in the 5 years, or almost 5 years I've been at my place. I might actively wear shorts to work tomorrow. I've not done it. 5 years I've been at the company. I've never worn shorts into work once. I might actively wear shorts into work tomorrow. Because I am dying. I don't know how much more noticing you want, Projects. How do you deal with the heat, though? Utah is, like, known for being quite hot, no? Like, you deal with heat. Heat's, like, what you're used to. You're tolerating it, personally, just making sure to keep the windows shut when the sun is on them. Yeah. Doesn't mean you like it. That's not the point. You're used to it. That's also true. Cloud, you do have AC more likely than not as you're in the US. Do you want to know what secret hack I'm doing tonight, Greg, to see how well it works? I've frozen a hot water bottle that's got water in it, and I'm seeing I'm basically going to get that out after the stream, wrap it up in a towel and try and sleep with it to see if it helps me. And see how well that works. I'm going to see how well that works. Because the other thing I do think I need to get a new fan for this year. The problem is, like, this time, like, just as a heat wave is kicking off, is the worst time to try and buy a fan. Because everywhere is going to be sold out of fans. The other one I was thinking was potentially looking at something like a misting fan. Is that a thing? Am I making that up? Actually, no, a misting fan probably wouldn't be a good idea. The other thing I saw was some people put, like, they freeze a water bottle and they put it in front of their fan as their fan spins around. I think, am I remembering that correctly? And basically it would help blow basically cool air because the ice would kind of just absorb the heat. But I don't want to spend buttloads of money on a fan, but I mean, that fan does look cool. It's £150, mind you. Going until the 12th. Oh, no, wait, what? Oh, it was that much for a month. Now it's discounted. I don't know. I don't know if I want it. Wet towel? It was something. I cannot remember what it was. I knew it was something. But yeah. Yeah, I don't go outside enough to worry about the second one. Or the first one, actually. But yeah, I'm glad for the minute I work in an AC controlled building. Until I get into a different line of work. I hope it's not due to be this hot next weekend. Is it due to be this hot next weekend? I'll be super sad if it is. No, they reckon cloudy. I can handle that as long as that stays the way. Stay cloudy. That's all I'm asking for. Cloudy, not super hot. It can be warm, but just warm and cloudy. Warm and cloudy I can live with. Warm and no clouds is horrible. I mean, it's good for solar, but it's horrible for, like, my mental health. Because I do not thrive in hot climates. I thrive in cold climates. Cold climates are where I thrive. I'm a winter year-round kind of guy. If I could live near the poles and just be like very, well, I don't mind a summer. I just don't want it to be super hot. Some people really prefer that. I don't. I don't like the sun with no cloud. Sun and warm and cloud, I'll take over sunny and no cloud. But I would take rain over any of that. Rain and cold over any of that. I'll take windy over it. It can be sunny and windy. I'm fine. It's not that great. Cloud, 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 cloud. Clouds. Another female. But yeah, wanna petition for YouTube to give me the dual ingestation for dual streams by Wednesday, so then I can dual hunt. I can dual stream for Palkia. I honestly think that would be the only time we would break the 10 likes on a stream during the stream. Is if shorts get going. I think that's the only way it will happen. personally. But yeah, so we're up to 6 so far today. I see 6. Ella's, I'm sure, going to say 7. We're up to 43 so far for this month. Yeah, see, as of right now, I see 6. Refresh that. I see 6. I see 6 everywhere. Do you have any more shorts in the pipeline? I was mentioning it earlier. I said 6, 7. Oh, damn, I did, didn't I? Do you know what doesn't help? We're at 6 likes, but 7 concurrent viewers as that's happening as well. So it's 6, 7 all over the board. I was mentioning earlier that I'm potentially starting a shorts kind of like series as kind of like a test for potentially future things. So there's going, I think the plan currently, and it's very early stages, I say very early, I've kind of brainstormed a little bit, is that there's potentially, I think I counted it as about 30 different shorts, but they're like 15 seconds max shorts. So they're not very long. So again, I don't think they're going to take me that long to make, but I'm planning on releasing them 2 every week. However, that very much could potentially lead into something else, but could also potentially not lead into something else. But the main goal is for me to work on, well, what I'm hoping is it helps me with brainstorming, script writing, and just editing in general. So again, 30 shorts. I'm probably going to try and make, I think I'm going to try and make them in batches of 10. I was like, I could make them all in one go, but the problem then becomes is if something that I've done is in like all of the shorts and it's like a super obvious error, then it's kind of like, he batch made these all in one sitting and they've been coming out for the past 2 months and he hasn't gone back to fix this issue. Like if the audio level's too loud or something and I release the first short and it's like, wow, this audio level is, the audio levels are completely out of whack. And it's going to be like that for all of them. It's going to just destroy the chance of all of them doing well. So I think I'm going to do them in like small batches. Or I think, well, I think I'm going to edit them all at the same sort of time and then kind of release them in waves. As in I'm going to make like 4, because 4 will do me 2 weeks. So I'll do 4 and then do the next 4 and then do the next 4 and then, kind of like that until I've gone through them all. They're going to be very basic. They're going to seem very different to the current channel. But what I'm hoping is they're going to be more relevant for the future. That's what my current thinking is. Leading into kind of future bits. But yeah, I wanna make it so then I can, tweak anything if anything is massively wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty perfectionist when it comes to like putting stuff out. So I doubt there's going to be anything massively wrong with it. But it then just means like if there is anything wrong with it, or if people are like, hey, can you change this? Can you change that? I then don't have to then go back and try and redo it. So we'll see. Okay, that happened 15 minutes. Why? Why? I set it for 45 minutes. I mean, it doesn't matter to me really, but it's weird that it's done it again so soon. Or it feels like it's done it again so soon. Or is that just an after image? Did it actually do it again? No, it actually did it again. It wasn't like a certain number of chat messages, was it? No. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, yeah, it definitely was 15 minutes ago. We'll see. We'll see how, if it continues it, I might have to tweak it. It's weird. It definitely is every 45 minutes. I have verified it. It didn't do it in the first bit of the stream until the 45-minute mark. It's just now it's done it twice in 15 minutes. You know what? I also think I burnt my lips the other day on the food I made. Oh man, I'm yawning like a madman again. It's that time of year. I'm going to blame it on the time of year. It's the weather. Mercury's in retrograde. It is Noki, yes. Or it was Noki, yes. A realist. Congratulations on the shiny Lugia. Dream Ball? Nice. Shiny. Ooh. Shiny and a... I think both work. I don't think it, Oh, that's tough. I think the Dream Ball works. But I also think the Love Ball works. That's harder a list. That's very difficult. I think if you're happy with you getting it in a Dream Ball, I think that's all that matters. I think if I had one, I would probably prefer, just me personally, to get it in a Love Ball. But that's not like because there's anything wrong with the Dream Ball. Yeah, I do as well. It was a 15-minute one-pot meal that I'd come across, and I made it, and we made it the other week, and I was like, okay, I think we could add some more stuff to it. So so this week I added some of the stuff to it, and yeah, it was fine. It was nice. Not that you can tell, but it's got broccoli in it. It is very nice. I liked it. Definitely one that I plan on making again. But yeah, what am I doing this weekend? I think I'm doing pizza this weekend. I think it was decided for me though. Anytime we go to Airsoft, it's always pizza before it. It's fine, realist. You don't have to apologize for doing stuff. life happens, I understand. I'm not going to hold it against you. That's silly to be like, how dare you not come to the streams? Even Ello comes to the streams. Ello works full time at customer service. I mean, I don't want to share it, not because I'm like gatekeeping, but because I bought it because it's a recipe in a book I bought. Oh, part-time. Okay. Ella only works part-time. Oh, well, in that case, yeah, Realist, you should be here all the time. Hello only works part-time. It is here all the time. But no, I would feel bad sharing it to that degree. I can tell you it's not a difficult recipe. I'm sure you can find a variation of it if you just type in the name of the recipe. But it is, or the one that I based mine off of. Obviously, I have edited it a little bit. Is chorizo and red Leicester gnocchi. Chorizo and red Leicester gnocchi. There was a few substitutions in the recipe. I don't use chorizo. I use sausages, and I just cut the sausages into like meatballs, and then use those. And it also says single cream, but I use reduced fat cream cheese because again, it says that as a substitution. Exactly. Cloud chooses to be here. That's how badly you know someone needs help, because they're here willingly. Like frequently. Like almost every day, almost every stream. This makes it sound like you are here unwilling. Well, I didn't want to say it. Yeah, I thought this was your other part-time job, Elo. But no, I've gone down the rabbit hole recently of checking my grade, checking some of my cards that I've had for ages to see how well they would grade. And yeah, I've got some pretty close to perfect center-wise cards that I'm like, I'm going to send those off to grading. I mean, on paper, I work 37 and a half hours a week, and even I'm looking to reduce the amount of hours that I'm working, but up the difficulty of the job. I was actively thinking, hey, I'm going to try and go on walks during my lunch break. If the weather's like as hot as this, I don't think I'm going to go on walks during my lunch break. It's too hot to go out and stand in the middle of in the sun willingly and walk around. Ridiculous. I would be intrigued to see though. No. if the price of these has gone up at all. Oh no, it's about the same kind of price. I was wondering if there was a surge in prices in the Chaos Rising booster boxes, but there hasn't been. I don't know if I mentioned yet. Have I mentioned... When did I do it? Friday. Did I end stream early on Friday? I think I did, didn't I? Let me double check the length. The length will tell me whether or not I ended it early or not. Yeah, 2 hours. Yeah, I ended early. What I did was because I did end it early. I had the Pokemon Center package for Chaos Rising arrive, and I said to my brother, I said, "Do you want to open them with me?" My brother, who by the way hasn't opened Pokemon cards in 3-4 years. And because he's very much like me, like once he starts ripping, he can't stop type thing. And we started with my booster bundles. I was like, hey, do you want to open a booster bundle? Do you want to open some packs? He said yes. I said, cool, let's open some packs. We opened both booster bundles, got like 6 artworks, 6 illustration rares, and but no, we got 3 from 2 boosters. So we were like, cool. And I was like, do you want to open the ETB? He said, yeah, we'll open the ETB. So we opened the ETB, got a bunch more cards, and then afterwards we were talking and we were sorting out the cards to try and get the master set together. And he was like, I said to him, if you have some money left over at the end of each month, I'm okay if you want to pull together your money and we'll buy a booster box a month. You put in £100, I'll put in £100, we'll buy a booster box. You can pick the set and we can go like that. And then, anything over that amount, I'll chip in extra because I earn more. So he was like, okay. Like 2 minutes later, he was like, yeah, I've sent you the money for it. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I sent you the money. So then I ended up I've bought another booster box of Chaos Rising. And that will be arriving tomorrow. No, that will be arriving Wednesday, Thursday. But because of the fact we're opening, because of the fact we're doing that, I also said, do you want me to buy you a binder? So then you can store your share of the cards. He went, okay. So I've also bought him a binder as well. So I think I've got him back into the itch of opening Pokemon cards, which is good for me because it means I get to open more stuff. I just don't know if what I want to do is stockpile the packs and open them on stream, or just open them for the sake of opening them. I didn't even charge him for the first booster box either. He did that. I let him open that for free. And then bought him a binder. Actually, I come off worse in this situation. I mean, you got a shiny Aerolis. Just be happy with that. Bad enough you're bragging anyway. But no, in theory, we should potentially see one more message about the likes from Nightbot before the end of the stream. In theory. Just yeah, mad about getting a shiny. Come over here and brag some more over this. Why don't you tell us all how happy you are in your relationship and how rich and valuable your life is, how much you love your job, how you're making too much money. Oh, Bennett. how the suffering from success, eh? But no, I'm also potentially going to a card show on Saturday. I've got to try and convince my other brother, that he wants to sell his Pokemon cards. He's like, I've got a bunch of Pokemon cards to sell. He's like, I don't know whether or not to sell them now at the peak, or if the peak's going to go higher. The peak's probably going to go higher, but if you want the money now, like, you're never going to gauge the market. It could all crash tomorrow. You never truly know. But yeah, I do want to sell some stuff. I could use the extra cash for buying more, buying other things. I am actively trying to diversify my money, I promise. I might have to actively yell at my family. Some of my family. I've been trying so hard for the past, let me go back and see how long it's been. Oh, since the middle of the month. I lie, it's not been as long as I thought it was. The middle of the month, to get some information out of my cousin. He's messaged me other stuff, and he just hasn't responded to my messages. I'm annoyed. I'm even more annoyed because I sent the information. No, I started in April. The middle of April, I sent the message. Granted, I went through it the right channels. I messaged his partner, and I was like, "Is he available on this day?" She said, "Let me check. I'll get back to you." She also never got back to me. So instead, I've sent her horrible, but funny, funny videos in between, and she hasn't even given me a response to the last one yet. She saw it 8 hours ago. Granted, I did call her short in it, but she is short, so. But it's like the last chance that they have to respond, because if they don't respond by sometime this week, then it's going to be, they're not going to be able to actively do stuff. Not actively going to be able to come. Yeah, I suffered from 3 meals today. Had made a steak sandwich. Nice. I had a recipe at one point for Philly steak subs, and I was gonna make those for dinner, but then I ended up not doing that. I might do that at some point. Might need to do that. It's weird how some things just like trigger that kind of, oh yeah, I forgot I was gonna do that. I forgot I was gonna do that kind of mentality. But no, so I might have to, I mean, we'll see. Maybe I might be able to convince my brother to join me one of the times, and we'll do a card opening stream. We'll see. Female, shiny. But man, what did we have? We had basically a barbecue today. It was barbecue day. Another female. I think the most I've had in a row is 3 or 4. Oh, yeah, ideal barbecue weather this. Yeah, I know. Had one yesterday. Yeah. The problem is that currently our garden is going through a renovation stage. So it's like half done. So we normally have one on the bank holidays for like a big family one, but we didn't this year. And I mean the next bank holiday isn't until August. Am I correct in that? Bang. Pretty sure it is August. Today. Yeah, end of August. End of August? Ugh. It honestly, it feels weird that it's the middle of the year already. See, I feel the opposite. I feel like I'm getting enough sleep. All that I'm struggling with is I wake up naturally, then force myself to go back to sleep. Then when I wake up after that is when I feel like absolute shit. But another thing that I'm trying very hard to do, because I'm really bad with script writing in general, and I'm like, I want to get better with it. I've been like umming and ahhing as one does. I'm like, do I want to use AI to help me? I'm like, I think no. So like I'm trying very hard to just not be like, write me a script for this video. My my process is going to be, I'm going to write a script and then be like, hey, is it, get like immediate feedback. And I'm going to kind of use it just like a, what do you think of this hook? And just kind of, I don't want to use it to be like, write me 10 short ideas, because that's what's the ridiculous thing, right? In my opinion, and this is my opinion, take it with a grain of salt, take it however you want, using it in that manner, in the manner that I'm planning, or that I'm planning to use it, differs from just being like, hey, make me. Because hey, make me, it just pulls stuff from everywhere. Whereas in my opinion, if I'm like, hey, edit this or adjust this or things like that, is a slightly different use case. But I'd be intrigued to hear what other people have to say about that. Because obviously you all seem to have strong opinions on it. And I'm sure I'm going to get an essay. Luckily, YouTube restricts to 250 characters, so at least it's going to be in stages. Again, don't get me wrong, I 100% agree, like, AI for art, just in general, is just really bad. But, like, my thought process isn't a case of, I'm going to use it to give me the ideas. It's a case of, I've come up with the ideas, help me refine it. Because I don't have the knowledge to refine it. And my hopes is, after doing 6 or 7, utilizing AI, I can start seeing where I need to make the adjustments myself, and then I can just get rid of it completely. That's personally my thought process. But I'm like, for me, I'm not a writer. I don't have that kind of talent. I don't have the willpower to do it. But that is just my thinking. Because, it's just one of those things. You are? Yeah, but if I want to, like, for me personally, I want to blitz through a bunch of stuff. Not that I'm saying it's giving away, but I really don't know exactly what I'm after. And it's a case of, I know I'm going to have to brainstorm it and work through it myself. Because half of it is a case of, I don't want to rely, not that I don't want to rely on other people, but it's one of those things where it's like, I don't feel good being like, help me with this all the time. See, the thing is, my boss uses it a lot at work, and I don't like it because he's using it to code stuff, and it's just awful. He seems to think it's, God's best thing, but like it's just not kind of where I'm at. And nowadays, fucking everything uses it. I used to be quite big on checking and utilizing vidIQ. Now it's all fucking AI shit. And I'm like, I can't stand it. I'm like, all I want to do is to be like, hey, because before it used to be kind of optimize, but it also used to be differently. But again, I think it's slightly different, Cloud, to a degree. Because I think it's slightly different because I think YouTube writing is different to creative writing and that kind of thing to a degree. Because how you've got to structure stuff on YouTube, I think, is ever so slightly different. In my opinion. But again, I'm not anyone who's like well versed in this nonsense. But we got 4 resets left, so get it all out now. But again, I don't want to, like, again, a lot of stuff that I see nowadays is like, you see, and it's really bad, don't get me wrong, I don't like it. But I've come across a little while, because I found a video and I sent it to my nephew on making content. I've just got more and more making content videos, and all of them are just like AI faceless channels. And I'm like, it's shit. Like, I don't want to look at it. But again, it's like I'm looking at the vidIQ stuff, and now it's just all AI. Like, start a chat, and it's like, based on my channel, what video ideas do you have for me? And I'm like, I don't wanna do that. How do I get more views? Well, upload more, you dumb idiot. I can tell me that already. Can you audit my channel? No. I don't want that. But I also don't want it to be like a pinpoint type thing where it's like, I want to do something, but I've got to wait for a message to come back in order to do it. But I also understand. Don't worry, I 100% get everyone's points of no AI. All right, hello. Yeah, we'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully see you on Wednesday. And Aridis, hopefully see you on Wednesday as well. Thanks for stopping by. You have a good rest of your week. If not, though, good luck on the hunts. Also, just as a side note, the timer definitely is buggered because it was supposed to go off 3 minutes ago and it didn't. So I don't know why it went off twice in a 15-minute span, but didn't go off in 45 of the second 45 minutes when I wanted it to. How dumb is that? But no, I get the general consensus, no AI, which is fine. It just means that I think I'm just going to have to put more thought myself into what I do, which might just mean that it's a bit longer till videos come out. At least the first few. Once I've got my head around kind of the structure that I'm after, we'll go from there. But again, it's like I keep end up for some ungodly reason end up watching a bunch of how to grow a YouTube channel videos. I don't necessarily need them, but like I like watching them to see what points they have, but most of the time now it's just AI. Or it's how to generate $1,000 a day from a YouTube channel. It's like, yeah, I've got 4 videos. Oh, by the way, all of them have gone mega bloody viral. And it's like, yeah, no one just starting out a channel is going to get a channel that gets fucking 500,000 views on every fucking video. Like, it's not possible. It's just not feasible. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but it's just not. But that's where we'll end it today. No shiny, over 1700. Wednesday is Palkia Day. So that will be the grind again on that, which we will be working our way close to... Oh god, are we getting close? Getting close to halfway, 4,500. Oh, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful it shines. But either way, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I will be back then. Hope you will do well. Hope no one melts in the heat. I know I'm going to. I'm going to go and try and sleep. Get some more sleep. And I will see you all later. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Bye, 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 bye.